Professional Inspection Service brings you Flip House Fails, yet another edition of Flip House Failures. It's a professional inspection service going to talk to you a little bit about decks and improperly constructed decks. And what we've got out here is an improperly constructed deck. What they've done is they put a ledger board up. They notched their floor joists to fit into the ledger board, and then they tried to toenail the joists into the wall so that they could use the ledger board. And what they've done is, since it's not properly constructed, you can see where the notch doesn't catch very much of the ledger board at all, so there's very little support, maybe 1/8 of an inch, most of the joists all the way down. So what's going to happen is, if this shifts just a little bit, this whole deck is going to be tumbling down on the side of the wall. Another problem that they had with this deck is, instead of bolting the rim joist to the support post, they just nailed these things in. What's happened is the boards have warped. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer look at this gap in between here. You can see where they've got it nailed and how the boards have separated and pulled out. What happens there is, if this pulls out a little bit further, it's going to bring the rest of the deck with it. And when it does that, the whole thing is going to collapse. You see on the news sometimes where people were out on a party and had a deck collapse and it injured a bunch of people. This is the reason why stuff like that happens, improperly constructed decks. Also, if you look at this railing, you can see that they have this railing leaning out, and there are rails that go across, and it's just a temptation for little kids to use that as a ladder to climb all the way up to the top of the railing, and then they tumble down and fall on their head, break their arms, and then somebody gets sued. So, for all your inspection needs, be sure to call a professional at 850-916-7669, or find us on the web at a-proinspects.com.
Google A-Pro Home Inspections, delivering home